Hello and welcome to another game of Rust. Today we are starting off with a couple of members of the pack, well, nascent pack, in Thunder Bay, Ontario, where they have been staying. Brianna and Danny will be heading out here shortly to go pick up Agamemnon and to meet, well, Danny's already met him, but to meet Justice, the Thayerge with the Philodoc's name. And then shortly thereafter, they'll be heading for the pack, or rather for the sept. So, without further ado, and all that good stuff, Brianna and Danny, take it away.
Danny's probably on his phone right now, looking through his contacts list.
Bree is drinking beer early in the morning to keep her hangover from activating.
You have resist toxin.
That is not the point.
He doesn't have to spend the points to use it if it doesn't come into play.
And everyone knows a Fiona goes everywhere with a beer. Well, an L, I guess, would be the proper word.
All right. So, as the two of you are walking through the streets, where are you going to go to meet up with the other two people?
Probably somewhere. Probably some. I assume there's a park or something in Thunder Bay.
I would think there'd be a park someplace there.
Yeah, we'd probably ask them to meet up with them at a park or something where not too many people can really overhear them.
Sure. All right, and I'm assuming that you guys are going to be heading towards the docks and such thereafter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem. So let's take a look at Thunder Bay and see what works out well for that. Hang on a second. I see green places. That seems like a good thing. All right. It looks like not so much a park, but there are a few little places, like little wooded areas and such near the docks that you could very easily arrange to meet and not be too heavily overheard, that kind of thing. As a matter of fact, there's an entire island called McKellar Island just off the coast that looks like it's pretty open. And you guys can go on down there and you can get in the boat from there and all that good stuff. So we can easily say that you guys are meeting up on McKellar Island.
All right. Cool.
So just off of Island Drive, which is the road that comes down onto McKellar Island, there's like an open patch of land where there's a couple of power lines and things like that, not much else. You can easily pull over on Island Drive and meet up there or walk there if that's what you're doing. So once you get there, let's go ahead and talk about Justice and Agamemnon. The two of you will probably be arriving there before the others. So, do either of you want to say anything to each other, or do you introduce yourselves, or do you just kind of go nod and grunt and then wait?
Justice will look over. Hello?
Somebody's got music turned up.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Nelson, you there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hello?
Yeah, sorry, just a sec. Yeah, Agamemnon is just lying there on the grass, and he'll see you guys. He'll get up and like go to shake your hand. Hey, Agamemnon, you can just call me Ag.
He'll smile at him. All right, Ag. Uh, I, I guess we're waiting for them. I guess.
Yep, you, and he'll, the thing is, and he'll like licking finger and like point to you guys. You know Danny, right?
Yes.
Cool. Cool, good. Danny's a cool guy, okay?
Mhm.
And he'll smile. So, and he'll sit. So, how do you know Danny?
He's one of the first people I met. He has good taste in anime.
He'll smile, guys. Yeah, so he's manga. He seems to have a like whole library of them.
Yeah.
And he'll smile, guys. I just arrived here like a week ago when him and Quinn were together. So, you know Quinn?
No, I don't think so.
He'll just smile. So yeah, the pack is those two. There's a girl that arrived here just around the same time as me, Bree, gorgeous girl, and well, actually, well, and her thing goes well, oh, gorgeous. But yeah, and we're planning to make a pack. I guess you're joining it.
You'll kind of raise an eyebrow. A few things. Actually, give me perception empathy. You said
Text
things in that sentence.
just a sec. 1, 2.
Um, when you said that she's amazingly beautiful, he's just like, "Are I hope you don't think what I think you're trying to say, but I'm gonna act like you didn't say that."
And she just looks at him like, yeah, yep. No, no, she's well. We just all happen to be well. We all happen to look good. That's all I'm saying, man.
Furrows his brow. Okay, I guess.
Okay. So, right about this time, either Danny and Bree, are you guys driving or walking or what?
Bree could drive them or they could walk.
Danny would probably prefer to walk, just because he
He's a
wants to get out
hippie.
there and smell
Okay.
everything.
So, is Agamemnon still laying on the ground?
Yep.
In that case, Justice, you'll spot Danny and Bree and a very attractive red-haired girl walking across the bridge towards the island.
All right. Well, Danny will see Justice and he'll wave at him.
Danny's gonna smile and wave. Justice will see his very unusually bright eyes.
Mhm.
Basically glance over to him as he picks up the pace and walks up to Justice.
Mhm. And he's gonna wow. I see what they meant.
Yeah.
Slowly just sips her beer and eyes both of them like they're children about to do something horrible.
Mhm.
So, what's up, man? How's it going?
Oh, nothing. Reading Bleach. You know, it's a day.
Yeah, it's been gearing up lately.
Yeah, man. I want to see what they do with Godchild. See what happens.
Yeah.
Agamemnon will get up. Oh, hey, Danny. And he'll like bro hug him.
Yeah, Danny will smile, bro, hug him back.
And then he'll like take sorry. He'll take Brianna around with one arm and goes, and how are you going?
Pretty good. Danny got to taste my horrible attempt of cooking.
It was actually
Yeah,
very
look at
good.
Danny. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Always after gonna ask how good it was.
Beer makes everything taste better, Dan.
Now that I agree with.
Now he'll look back at Justice and he'll say, "So, has anyone filled you in on what we're thinking so far?"
I heard something about a pack.
Yep. And quite honestly, you're one of the only theurges I really know. So, I mean,
He'll nod at you.
you were kind of my first thought.
Thank you for that.
Well, hey, no problem.
So, did you have any ideas about what what would be the focus of the pack, or has nobody actually done that yet? No pack is the same.
Yeah, I feel you. So far, we haven't really nailed down any kind of specific focus as of yet. We all just kind of came together. I am hoping that we'll find our way as we go along.
I believe that would be an error, as we have to, depending on the focus that we share and what we hope to accomplish as a pack, then we should go on and attempt to contact any type of spirit. Kind of mulling about, trying to figure it out as we go along, we risk offending something quite powerful.
All right. He'll smile and nod, obviously taking the theurge's advice, and I'll say, "So, I suppose we can meet up with the other pack members and we can discuss it more in detail before we start making any moves."
That would be my hope.
All right.
About this time, you guys will hear the fishing boat pulling up nearby, the one that the kinfolk who ferries you guys across every once in a while, and he'll wave to you guys, signaling that he's ready for you to come aboard.
Bree will board it so slowly and gently it won't know what to do.
I should mention, by the way, that presently in Thunder Bay it is 18 degrees and there is light snow falling. So
warm clothes again, got it.
of course.
Justice is gonna hop on the boat.
Yeah, as Bree is going slowly, Ag will just pick her up and will just go, "Hurry up, damn it!" and get in,
Okay.
and he'll put her down once they're inside.
All right. As you ride south on the boat, of course you can take refuge in the cabin for a good bit of the ride. The weather actually gets worse. The snow gets thicker and heavier as you're getting towards the island, and although it gets considerably warmer, I mean it's still below freezing, but 27 degrees or so, and you are making landfall at the island around this time. So we'll just go ahead and move things that way, since it takes a couple of hours to get to the island from Thunder Bay. So I would assume that Quinn will be ready for them when they get there.
Yes, there is a wolf laying near the docks. Let me rephrase that. I just remembered shit about him. There's a fucking purebred 5 Silverfang laying near the docks.
Whisper to Danny, I feel sort of lacking now in the breed department.
Hey, don't worry about it. You're fine. It's just a pure breed 4-child of Gaia.
Ag and Memnon, I guess you have more purity in your blood than I do. So there you go.
Yay, so I'm on top of Ag. That works for me.
Oh, don't tempt me.
I would break you.
He'll lift his nose up in the air as he sees the boat coming and roll off the rock he's sitting on and trot over.
Ag will run to him and hug him and lift him a little bit He says, "Hey, how are you, man?"
He'll lick his face, and he's like, "How the fuck are you picking me up?" He'll nuzzle him.
This pack is way too close.
We're packs. We're supposed to be like brothers and sisters. Duh.
Danny's probably looking
Hey,
over
honey,
at Justice.
honey, there's nothing brotherly sisterly between us.
Danny's probably looking over at Justice, seeing how he's taking all this right now.
He's watching, and his eyes are darting from person to person.
Yeah, he'll lick Ag's cheek and wiggle to get down because he is fucking huge. But I know you're in Glabros, so
Yeah, he'll put him down.
and he'll look up at him with his tail kind of sweeping the ground. He'll tilt his head one way and then tilt it the other, and yawn.
Okay. I'm assuming you guys will want to get someplace with a little more shelter,
Mm-hmm.
considering the snow is falling pretty fast.
He does look over at Justice like, who this be? Like, oh. Then he'll kind of walk over to him and sit in front of him.
Hello.
And he'll give him a polite, like, nod of his head.
He'll give him the same.
He'll look as though he doesn't want to, because it's too cold. But he'll shift back to Hamid. If you give me but a second to find my fucking overlay. But yeah, he'll shift back to Hamid. And he'll smile at him. Boop, boop, boop. He'll grin at him and say, "Hi, I'm
Hi.
Quinn.
Justice.
It is way too cold." And he'll shift back to Lucas.
Yeah, I got
He
no
wanted to
other.
introduce himself politely, but he's going back to Lucas.
I just go with yep, and he switches to.
Bria started to actually bounce a little bit, going, "Let's go in some shelter, please."
He'll walk over and knock her with his head, like, man up.
There are on the island in certain places 3-walled shelters that you can go into. Usually they're used for more like camping and stuff, but you can very easily close off one wall if you have to find a way to do it. And
Start a fire.
this has been done in a number of places. You guys can start a little fire near that extra wall, and that'll help to,
Okay.
you won't suffocate yourselves. Let's put it that way.
You or a motherfucker could also take lupus.
That's true.
I could take lupus also, but how warm is that really going to keep us just standing here?
That's true.
Not awfully. So once you guys have all gotten yourselves comfortable, we'll flash forward to you guys being inside one of the shelters.
Also to Justice, Ag has a Australian accent.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn will walk over to Ag and kind of knock him to like lay down and lay his head on top of his, like, you're warm.
And he'll lay down.
So I'm assuming that somebody's going to want to start talking about what particular totem you're looking for.
Before we even do that, what's the purpose of the pack?
Danny
Ma'am?
will, when they get it,
Go ahead.
when they sit down, he'll clear his throat and he'll say, "So Justice brought up a very, very important point earlier. Before we go searching for a particular spirit to follow, we should hammer down what purpose this pack is going to serve. So before I say anything else, I'd like to hear everyone else's thoughts."
Bree begins sipping her half-frozen beer absently and very uncomfortably.
Quinn will he'll lift his head up again and he'll say, purpose of the pack is to support Sept and elders. Purpose of the pack is to, he'll tilt his head. Purpose of the pack is to, then he'll shift back to fucking Hamid because it's too much for his lupus brain to fucking do. And he'll just like lean on Ag and he'll clear his throat again. The purpose of the pack is to offer support to those that we are subordinate to, and also to support each other. We are a hodgepodge collection of Garu, and we have come to find that our unique quilt that we are has been quite the blessing as it has served our pack. And I think that that's something that we should continue to nurture and foster in ourselves.
With that, Justice will kind of raise his eyes. But specifically, what does this pack stand for? You actually didn't answer the question.
That's because it's hard when you have 4 people who are so
unique.
Exactly. The pack stands for the fact that we are very good at, in each our own ways, we're so different, and yet those pieces come together to work very well together.
Ag will shift back to Hamid. I'll say we already have looks to Danny 2 arrows here, and he'll take out his tongue, and you see he has a forked tongue.
I think he meant Metis.
And yeah, sorry, we already have 2 Metis here, and most packs don't even have one. That sets out different. Danny has his issues, and he'll look to Bree, and Bree is quite unique too. I think we just want to bring all this together.
Just shifting his head, he's kind of going to raise an eyebrow all up towards Danny.
Were it me, yeah, this pack is very different. That being said, I think all packs have vast amounts of difference between us. Were I personally to pick a purpose, honestly, it seems like search and destroy is our bread and butter.
Now that's more of a definitive answer instead of a general pack. That's just general pack things.
I just think the problem is if you try to define it too quickly or you try to force a definition or cause, sometimes that in and of itself can lead to a false sense of foundation that falls apart very quickly.
It's my opinion that when dealing with spirits, they're not concerned with the spirit of what you're trying to do, but what you actually say. So going to a spirit with kind of a foggy notion at best is dangerous and foolish.
That's why, when we were talking about which pack totem to follow, I put forward Coyote.
Coyote, go ahead.
Coyote appreciates, as I understand it, a certain amount of flexibility. And is a bit of a underdog's totem.
Coyote is known for not being wise.
Hmm?
Coyote is known for not being wise. It is also known as, even though Coyote is wily, he is also known to be tricked and deceived. Are you sure you want to group us all that way? Since I'm assuming you're asserting yourself as the alpha.
Oh God, you don't know why that's so funny. Like Quinn just looks up at the ceiling and he like smiles.
Bree has moved to sit beside Quinn and offer some of the half-frozen beer to him.
Drink it. Now look over at Bree like.
Yeah. And Ag chuckles.
Actually, Mr. Justice, Ag over there is our alpha.
Why hasn't he said anything?
Quinn's got the prettier voice between him and Ag.
He'll turn back into comment and goes, I thought we had settled into just not having an official alpha until we actually needed to have
The
an
look she's giving Ag right now.
He'll hold
So
his hands
there's
up.
no person here who has officially claimed the position of alpha. So
Quinn
you're
will hold
all
his
just
hands
following each other.
Quinn will hold his hands up and he says, I'm alpha. There, I assert my claim.
Bree just shrugs. You told me I couldn't try for it because I was a woman, so more power to you.
Wait, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck. Damn it, Bree!
He's a very envelope-pushing ragabash.
He'll shake his head. And he'll grab Bree's cheeks like, woman!
She just grins at him.
There. There. I'm alpha. I had a talk with somebody about this the other day. Don't worry.
Okay.
What the fuck are you guys doing? What the fuck are you talking about, Better Off?
Hey, do me a favor. You just walked into this situation. So before you start judging, why don't you learn a little deeper what you're dealing with? Because I don't want to have a problem.
Okay, guys.
Okay?
Guys.
Calm down.
Guys.
You know, like, you guys can find another theory. I can go fuck off.
You can go fuck off. You can
Gwen?
completely go fuck off.
Stop.
But, hey, first off, Danny, look, I'm calm. But secondly, I also just claimed alpha, so do me a favor and watch your mouth. Just for 1 second. Please.
Oh no, I'm watching my mouth right now, and
I know, just
you
let me
told
do
one
this.
of our only theurges on the sept to fuck off.
I didn't tell him to fuck off in the sense of go fuck off.
So what other definition of fuck off do you have?
I'm about to explain the definition of fuck off to you.
Please,
In the way that I meant it.
Pause. I'm going to call for a rage roll from Justice.
Oh,
Whichever
okay.
is you're temporary or permanent.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Nope, he's alright. No successes on that.
That would be actually a botch.
So, what are you saying? He's in a frenzy?
Well, when you botch on a roll like that, it's not so much that you're in a frenzy, it's that there's probably going to be some sort of a lasting effect from this.
Okay.
You're probably getting close to like an incoherent frothing state at this point, and we'll figure out anything that comes from it more long-term later.
No
I have
problem.
a quick question out of game to clarify something. Did he literally tell him to fuck off? Or did he tell him not, okay, this is actually very important. Did Quinn just actually tell him to fuck off?
What he
Like
said
literally
was,
the words fuck off.
he said you can fuck off, like he did actually say that.
Out of game, I could see where Justice was misinterpreting it, but at the same time, he doesn't know Quinn like everyone else does. So everyone else knows Quinn's just being a smartass, while Justice is like, this guy is being a jerkwad.
Okay, because what he said is he could fuck off. Like, that's not...
Can we just leave it to roleplay?
Yeah.
I'd rather not define what's going on.
I know.
Yeah.
The only reason is because I was trying to make sure that I remembered it right. Like, that's all. Because he didn't tell him to directly fuck off.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But things are happening.
I will like pull
He's mad. He's looking at you like, what the fuck is this? He's getting upset.
I will like pull Quinn away and goes, damn it, you being a smallest will get us killed one day, man. And she'll laugh and goes and then look up and goes, see, Coyote.
There's no laughing matter.
Okay, hold on a second. Agamemnon, I need you to make me a charisma plus leadership roll, please.
What?
What? Oh, okay.
It's because Aga's trying to talk to Quinn like that, and
Because Ag is trying to talk to Quinn and thereby influence Justice.
Well, actually, I would.
What does what do
Hold, hold.
the specialties do?
Actually, hold
That-
up.
Because I've got the specialty captivating and charisma.
Yeah, can
No, that's not going
No.
to count. Sorry, Tim. What are you trying to say?
Oh, two successes.
like all respect, like why are we going with social roles? Like I'd rather kind of just RP it out than like have dice determine how a character reacts to something.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
this is like the way I'm seeing this. This is like character building. Like if you guys can't like pull it together, this may change the dynamic that Justice has towards you.
I understand it entirely. The reason that I'm calling for a role is that it's entirely possible for a character to be more or less charismatic than the player.
Okay.
And in a case like this, although I agree that role play is a good thing to a certain extent, eventually I have to step in and kind of go, okay, let's bring in the characters instead of just the people.
Oh, fair enough.
So I appreciate what you're saying, Tim, but yeah, I agree. I think that the stats are there for a reason. That's why I'm going that way with it.
Can I keep saying what he was saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, that's two successes, guys. We just got together. And if you look to Danny, guys, like Danny said, search and destroy does seem to be our strong point, and if we are going to help these people, the Karen with anything, maybe that should be it. We seem to feel our mission, to have filled our mission pretty quickly. When we were brought together, we worked as a team and did what we were asked for in one day.
I am not opposed to the idea of the search part. The destroy part is what I have an opposition to. But beyond that, that is not my main concern right now. So I'm going to try to talk to him from a place more calm. Okay. He'll take a deep breath and like kind of shake his hands out. And he'll turn back to Justice. And he'll like wave Bree over, like Philodox, get your ass over here.
oh, totally. Yeah, she's already like right between them, like a wall almost.
You and I, turning to Justice, obviously got off on the wrong foot, and I'm sorry for that. I honestly need to work on a few things verbally when dealing with strangers, and your behavior has set me on edge. I don't particularly care for the feeling that you're walking into this with what I see as a bit of a overly judgmental attitude. And I understand, although you take your position very, very seriously, which I respect, I also feel that you are not recognizing nor respecting that we have a little bit more of a bond, and I've seen you throw very judgmental eyes towards some of the factions of that bond. So it's making it very hard for me to listen to you when I feel you're coming from such a judgmental place.
He looks back at you. I do what I do because I understand spirits. Do you think I care to explain to anyone why the spirit decided to kill you? Or whatever spirit you decided to ask me to summon?
I
Do
understand
you even
that.
know how to even handle that situation? What I'm asking for is simple coherence about your judgment. I asked for an alpha. 5 people started talking.
Well, now one person is talking, and it's me.
Why? All right, let's make it real simple. Why should I follow you?
Because when push comes to shove, even though I don't want to, I have stepped up. Not only is it expected of me, but I respect that Although this is going to be bumpy for me, and although it's going to be fucking hard as hell at times, I'm willing to step up.
Are you just saying that because you believe that, or are you saying that because you're a Silver fan?
I'm saying it because I believe it. I'm saying it because, although I may be a Silver Fang, I have been taught, and I have been molded to serve the people.
There's a look on his face that he doesn't necessarily look convinced. It's
You
almost stoic.
are a Theurge, and we need you. But what we don't need is, I'm getting the feeling that you're taking the fact that you're needed with a very hefty dose of pride. You are no more needed in this pack than any other, and I'm sorry for that. We do need you.
I'm saying there's no direction. Whether or not I'm needed is irrelevant. I'm pretty sure you could go to other positions in the set to ask the very same question. There are other members around that could perform this very task. However, what I'm asking for, you're asking for a pack. You're asking for me to follow you. And I'm confused by this, and I'm confused by you. I'm
Yeah, well,
getting
you know
very
what I'm
different.
not confused by? I'm not confused by the fact that this sept has a very powerful need for us to not do exactly what's happening right now.
What's
So whatever
happening right
confusion you
now?
have,
What's
you need
happening right
to
now?
ship up.
What do you mean ship up? This is a discussion.
It is a discussion.
Bria's put a hand on Quinn's elbow, by the way. Not like rough, just a very light tone it down.
He'll breathe. He'll take a breath and he'll. We are a pack, and although the pack has a purpose, we are also all but family to each other. And we want to accept you as a brother among us. But if you're approaching this as though it is only and nothing but a duty, you're going to miss out on the wonderful bonds that we've formed between each other. And I don't know if something on your tail or your path has led you to that place. But the only direction in which I don't think I'm the only one, see you approaching this in, is one of pure duty. And that's fine, and I respect that. I admire it even. But if that's all you're bringing to the table, just pure, unadulterated duty, I have concerns.
So what would you have? What do you expect me to do? I walk in, I ask questions, I see confusion, so I'm supposed to just accept you as family? No, I don't roll that way.
That's fine. I don't expect you to just accept it. But
And
May
you
I
basically
speak?
just said that you were going to be alpha because there was like confusion, not because you actually wanted the position.
you don't know what's going on here. And as to why I have been reluctant to be alpha, because this is not the first time this has come up. So I will give you a bit of history so that you understand. My father is James Ashland.
That's nice.
That's it. By the way, out of character, that is a name you know, just for the record.
Mm-hmm.
he and I had quite a falling out. And I am in a position where I need to be cautious involving that. And so, moving forward with, he basically takes a deep breath.
Can I do a
Moving
P&E
forward,
on that?
yeah.
Okay. What are you hiding?
He's not hiding anything. He's scared.
Well put. Okay.
Yeah. Now it's something he's controlling, but
But basically, what he's P&Ing is the fact that the way you said the last statement, it feels as if there's like something that you're not telling.
There actually probably is something he's not telling.
well, there seems to be stuff he's not just straight up divulging, but it's more kind of this is neither the time nor the place.
Okay.
But yeah, he basically says,
So you're okay. It sounds like he's biting his tongue a bit, but he's listening.
I didn't want to just claim the position because I'm a Silverfang, or because it's expected of me because I'm James Ashland's son, or because I have flowing locks, running his fingers through his hair. I don't. Since this pack has begun to form, I don't want my own. I didn't want my pride to mistake the natural push to have me serve as Alpha, put me in that position. It's too easy for my tribe to take power because we expect it.
What
And
exactly are you pulling me into? Because your words seem very heavy and weighted. What are you running from?
Bree
Because
is
this is
gonna
the
look up
time.
at Quinn now and be like, "May I speak?
please,
We all have bad situations from our childhood in one way or another." She says, looking at Justice as if to confirm or deny that. We all have our ghosts, so to speak, our nightmares, the things that shape parts of us we don't like. And we tend to keep those parts locked up. Quinn's may surface time from time, but we all have things we don't want to remember, especially in public. Now, I'm not saying Quinn is perfect, and I don't know how an alpha should be. This is my first pack. But from what I've seen of him, he's loyal, he's good, and he would do anything for us if we asked.
That's any guru, brother.
Not from what I've seen.
It's what's expected of us, at least.
What is expected and what is truly shown are not always the same, Justice.
I second that.
All I ask is think on it. If you don't want to help us, you don't have to. No one will force you. But don't judge us before you give us a chance.
I'm judging the disorganization and the potential danger you're putting us all in. All of us. Looking directly at Quinn.
then maybe this isn't the best time for us to form a pack. There's nothing forcing our hand right now. You should run with us a bit longer before we make this decision. I'm not comfortable making it right now. I don't think that we have enough of a purpose to approach a totem I am fine with seek. I'm not so much fine with destroy.
So we still agree on
Danny,
something.
wow, the child of Gaia blinks at that. He was like, oh, okay. And
I don't mind a good fight, but I'd rather avoid killing them unless they're worm.
But I don't think we're ready to perform this right now. I think I know that we're eager to form under the bond of a totem, but we're not ready.
Bree's gonna put her forehead against Quinn's, by the way, and be like, "I don't need a totem to tell me you're my family." And she'll go back to sitting between Ag and Danny.
I'll nuzzle her before she walks away. Listen, Justice, we certainly did get off on the wrong foot, and I'm sorry for that. He'll extend a hand to him.
He's watching you. His eyes are very defiant. But you'll put a hand out.
I'll take it and shake it firmly.
Just let it be known I don't accept you as alpha.
Well, then you can challenge me for it.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, then, if you have a challenge, then the Master Challenge, I'm sure, will see to that.
we have a Philodox here, just saying.
At that level, it's sometimes good to at least bring it to the Master of Challenge. Not to have them rule over it, but to them at least know that that level of challenge has been laid down. Protocols.
It looks like he wants to say something, but he's biting his lips.
Okay. All right. So
He'll
sorry.
walk back over to Danny and squeeze his shoulders.
We good now? Everyone semi-good?
Good.
This glowing eyes kind of just glaze around the room.
We need to figure out what the Alpha wants us to do about that mining company.
What happened to the girl? Does anyone know?
Oh, Dante, what happened to her? I was looking in on that.
She's still in the hospital. She had pretty extensive frostbite. She'll survive. She's come around, and the media coverage is focusing on how she was found and rescued by the Rangers, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. They'll be people from the group, especially kinfolk that work for the Rangers and such like that, have spoken to her and have come up with a few things, from her. They know that she was going after this mining company. That's most of what's going on with her. The crisis averted, as it were. You guys managed to prevent the Sept from having helicopters flying all over it and stuff, and people tromping all over it and such.
Okay. Yeah, he'll look at Danny and he'll say, critical but stable. But it also diverted the media attention onto the island.
Nice.
Good.
Yay! So we won. The good guys won a match.
Round 1. Do not get comfortable.
She looks at Quinn and she goes, "I have to get comfortable to follow you guys through the hell you drag me through."
Oh, shut up, you like
Please,
it.
just the first layer woman.
Yeah, actually, guys, oh, shut up, you like it.
You love it. You know you do. He'll lean over and nuzzle her shoulder with his head. I don't know. Just something about, bum rushing a huge corporation and bringing it down from the inside. Doesn't seem like Sunday behavior.
Since when have any of us been on Sunday behavior? Don't even get me started about those magazines I found under your pillow.
Didn't know
Oh,
boys' bodies could bend that way, did you?
No, I did not. But then again, I know nothing about male anatomy.
Well, now you've got like 2 examples of it.
She kind of like rolls her eyes.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
bum rushing it would probably be a bad idea based on the security team we already dealt with. So
horrible idea.
why don't we just slip in quietly?
Well, first we need to find out what it is.
Well,
I'll nod.
yeah. We know it's the company. We just need to find its office.
And we need to figure out what the best way to fix this problem is.
Yeah, because if federal laws aren't protecting the land from the silly, silly people, then
It'd be really good if we had a Ragabash in this pack and knew what the fuck he was doing.
The
And he'll nod.
Glasswalker tribe has a practice known as monkey wrenching.
Are there any
Something
glasswalkers
like
on this set?
Yes. There's quite a
Do I
few.
have-
We could probably get some advice from them.
she hands the last of the slushy beer to Ag and says, "Share with Danny. I probably need to be semi-sober for this."
That, or what we can do is, yes, there's an office that we can probably go to, but that being said, they need materials, they need machinery, they need equipment for something like this. If we take out the equipment, we can at least hamper their efforts, but we have to find it first.
What are we looking for specifically?
See, I don't remember off the top of my head what the mining company's name was.
No, Danny remembers. He'll turn to Justice and he'll say, it's called the Herald and Herald Mining Company.
Mm-hmm.
They've been involved in some very sketchy behavior. I was doing a little bit of research into them. Me and Bree were, actually.
Right.
And it seems that their security teams are a little rough. That's not too much of a... It's a red flag, but not enough for us to get too worried. But I came across evidence of vloggers, people that stated that they would go and take situations into their own hands, and they would mysteriously vanish after that.
Mm-hmm.
This company also wants to mine on the Sept lands.
Yeah, so they're already a problem because of that, straight out.
Mhm.
But this other behavior that I've seen, and the team that we encountered just a few nights ago did have the stench of the worm on them, so I think that there is a lot more to this than we're seeing right now. So,
Bullets hurt, don't they, Dan?
Well, yeah, they do. Altogether, what we're dealing with right now is a threat to the Sept itself and just a possible worm-tainted group.
Right.
One of those by itself is enough to warrant us taking it down. Both of those put together, it's kind of my priority right now. By the way, if anyone wants to, they may want to roll P&E on Danny.
You notice,
Okay.
by the way, that Quinn is texting, but it looks like it's something important. He doesn't look like he's just dicking off.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll P&E on you real quick.
What's
Me?
what's
that?
PNE? Persuasion, empathy.
Danny.
Perception, empathy.
Yeah, just
I got 2 on you.
the child
One
of Gaia has
success.
stopped being about peace and love.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is very explicitly talking about just completely destroying a company right now. Very matter of factly.
She, Bree just taps him very lightly on the shoulder. "Soon, Dan," is all she says.
Like, he'll just kind of look a little puzzled, but she'll just be like, oh, okay. Actually, we do have a few of their members that we captured alive. We thought they were connected to the missing girl incident from a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, we don't have any information, but I think it would be a good idea for us to contact the Alpha or the Warder or somebody, so that way they can tell us more if there is more to know. Or at least give us the next step in the right direction.
That might be best. We should do that.
Okay. So you guys are who are you going to contact then?
Probably the Warder, since he would probably be the one in charge of the detainment and interrogation of the security soldiers, or the security forces.
Gotcha. Hang on a second.
By the way, Dante, there's passive manipulation going on here.
Uh-huh. In what sense, babe?
In the sense that he knows what he's doing. He's trying to establish something.
Gotcha. All
I
right.
assume this is with those texts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's texting over there.
Sounds good.
Johnny, are you gonna try and get somebody else, or are you okay with them getting a hold of the warder, or what's going on?
Warder's the best person for it. He's listening. He's being active. It's just they've got a good idea and he's going with it.
Okay. All right. In that case, should not be too hard for you guys to get a hold of the warder. He's
Oh, there we go.
especially since the whole incident and all that stuff. He's been pretty active, so he will. However you guys choose to get a message to him, he will come pretty quickly. And he'll say, and he'll enter the shelter, start stripping off like hat and stuff like that, and shaking out the snow.
Yep.
He's like, "What's up?"
Out of character. What's the warder's name again?
Lucas
Lucas.
Beachhead denied. Quinn, by the way, will immediately put his phone away, get up, and respectfully go over to him and shake his hand.
He'll shake your hand back.
Danny says, Beachhead denied, Raya?
He nods. Yeah.
Thank you for responding to my message. I was hoping that I could get some more information on the two women that we captured a few days ago.
What do you need to know?
It seems that they were connected with that mining company that I told the Alpha about. Have you heard about it yet, Raya?
He nods slowly. He says, "Yeah, I know some more about that whole situation. They're definitely connected to it. One of them works for a private security firm that appears to have been hired by the mining company, but the other one is one of their geologists."
Just out of character, the one that was in heavy armor was the Asian girl.
No, the Asian woman was the scientist.
Okay, she goes. I guess the Asian that worked with them, and the other girl was part of the security company.
Out of character, which one was the one that was delirium resistant?
The one that was with the security. Well, okay,
Security company.
both of them were delirium resistant, apparently. The one with the that was with the quote unquote security company was seemed immune.
And did they all have worm taint, or just the ones with heavy armor?
Yes, they all have worm taint. More so, if you were to check on it, and I'm assuming that somebody would, and probably Justice will eventually. I would assume. Do you have sense worm?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so.
Awesome. I would assume you would find it would have been found. Let's put it that way. That the ones with the heavier armor have a higher level of worm taint, but not by a whole lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dan-
I could say the one that was hired by the security company, along with the people that were with her, were had high worm take, as I'm sure you already know.
Oh! Look at that roll.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
What do you
Oh my
rolling?
god.
All I heard was Johnny orgasming.
Quinn like
I know
shakes
what
his
that
head
sounds
and kind of blinks and thinks for a second, and he'll look up at Beachhead Denied.
Okay.
I have a question.
He nods.
That was a wits Enigma's roll for something, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Is there something hidden on this island?
He chuckles. He says, "There's a sept."
He'll hold his hand up, like, no, dude, man, come on, seriously. No, is there something hidden in the ground? Is there uranium, or is there something else? That is a lot of effort by people who stink of corruption to come knocking on our door to find something.
He shakes his head, not
Copper.
not as in like saying no, but as in like I don't know. He says, "There's copper."
But copper is not that expensive, and
It's pretty expensive.
I mean, it's pretty expensive, but to send worm-tainted individuals to just strip mine a national forest is kind of just not, yeah, no.
It's
That's one of
overdoing it.
flimsy cover stories, you know what I mean?
He
So the
looks
question is,
concerned.
so he'll say, so are they after something else on the island?
He says, "Honestly, this sept has been around for 150 years. There's probably secrets here that nobody knows."
Well, I think that's probably what we need to look into first, is what they want on the island, because I don't think it's copper. This is a Kaiser Soze deal,
You never
I
know.
think.
I mean, strip mining is pretty destructive. If they're serving the corruptor, they may just be out to wreck the park.
No.
Admittedly, if they wanted to just take out the park and take out the set, they would have just done something a little more effective than trying to strip mine it.
If they can.
No,
I mean-
Beachhead Denied Ria, I think they're looking for something.
They might be.
That was a search team.
Well, it was according to the ones that we captured. It was 3 geologists, actually 2 geologists and 1 robotics guy. So I don't know. And then the others were just muscle.
Yeah. It doesn't strike me as a copper strip mining team.
I would tend to agree with that, but at the same time, I mean, you know, this is a national park. There's only just so much they can do. If somebody had access to a nuke, I'm sure they could level it. But you can only do what you can do. And if I have to think about the way that they do things, maybe this is the only way they could get started.
I think our first step needs to be finding what they're looking for. Or not finding it, but finding out what it is on the island.
That's a good start. In the meantime,
If we find out it was copper, there we go. Hey, he'll hold his hands up. Whee!
he nods.
not-
And says, in the meantime, I'm going to want y'all patrolling.
Yes, sir. He'll nod.
So
This is because of that thing. Oh, fuck. He'll just kind of like, oh,
he grins, and he says, "Congratulations on becoming guardians."
oh, yeah. He'll nod. Fuck.
Now, if there's nothing
He will-
else,
He'll salute and say, like, but polite. He actually does salute correctly, and he'll say, "Glad to do my duty, sir."
he snaps off a precise military salute back.
Curiously enough, Danny does it too.
And he smiles and heads out.
Bree just waves bye to him. She's not going to try to attempt and mess that up a military salute.
Especially when in front of somebody who obviously would know.
Yeah, we don't need that training session with him.
Okay. So what's next?
Where's the list of the NPCs on set? I'm looking for that and I can't find it.
It's kind of buried on the
The Rust page.
on the Rust page. Yeah, you can find the one with all the pictures, and every one of the members is listed there with their picture. So
Well, now that
That isn't snapped off rudely, by the way. Keep in mind Quinn's tone, which he's familiar with.
gotcha.
now that we tentatively, looks at Justice, have at the urge, I think I have an idea as to how we're gonna. Basically, Quinn, you had a really good idea with the company searching for something, and while we can personally just walk up and down this island all day, all night, and not find anything,
Which we're gonna do as Guardians. He'll point out, by the way.
looks at Justice. We now have the ability to talk to the spirits more. Maybe they have information we don't.
He'll not.
Correction. They definitely have information we don't.
He'll pat his head, like, sweetly.
So plan is going back to where we found them searching and search for spirits there.
Oh, high five, Ag.
Ag will high five.
I need to speak to the master of the right.
Master of the Right. Okay. How are you going to? So you're going to get a message out to Bentback and ask him to come as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Be done. Hang on one second. Da, da, da. These will eventually become overlays, I assume.
Well, yeah, if you hand them to me.
I thought I had, but okay.
No.
I'll send them to you.
Okay.
All right. So, as you guys are getting ready to get going and such and just waiting on the Master of the Right to show up, he will in fact show up. And he is obviously wearing more clothing than depicted in the overlay at this point.
I would hope so.
He's got a pronounced hunch and does happen to be shaved bald and such, but that you know that he's a mule. And the hunch is his deformity, and he'll basically come to the door and let himself in. And he pulls himself up as tall as he can, looking most of you just about right in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Danny will look away.
I show my throat in submission.
Okay.
Bree just looks at the ground. She's not dealing with this today. Not today, Satan.
Bentback will look towards all of you and say, I see that you are preparing to go out and do your duties. This is good. What need do you have of me?
I came to ask permission to summon a spirit.
What spirit do you wish to summon?
I believe that Chimera will be able to help us in our endeavor to find out what the purpose of the miners is and why they're doing what they're doing.
What sort of spirit? What sort of chimera spirit do you wish to summon?
Well, not the incarnate itself. The minor Jacqueline would suffice to get a message back to Chimera to see if he's willing and able to help.
He thinks for a moment, and he says, summoning a Jagling is no mean feat. It shouldn't be too hard, of course, but do not anger it.
Of course, will pay proper chimnage, but it is your duty as master the right that you be aware of all happenings of the spirits.
He nods and says, "Of course, of course." He looks you up and down. He says, "I'll have spirits watching you, just for the record. But because of that, should you feel the need to summon any gaffling,
Mm,
as long as you are not summoning corrupted spirits, you may do so. Ask me for jagglings or anything more powerful, but I don't wish for either of us to be too heavily inconvenienced by this."
you'll know.
He nods and says, "You may summon your jaggling."
Thank you.
He nods and he leaves.
Bree will look up from the floor now. And will be muttering, "Not today, Satan."
The purpose of summoning something or getting a message to something such as Chimera, that he has the ability and knowledges that we might need in order to get a firmer understanding. Since his capabilities as a spirit of wisdom, his answers will be more straightforward and to the point. It will be more effective than summoning a elemental or something else. They seem to be distracted by other things. It's hard to get straight answers from them.
Hmm. What kind of chimnage do you need? I'm willing to help you however I can.
Well, first off, looking towards the ST, if I'm looking for chimneys, where do you want me to roll?
I'm sorry, one more time?
If I'm going for chimneys, what would you have me roll? Because I have an idea of what I might give.
Intelligence spirit lore is ideal, but intelligence occult or intelligence enigmas would work too.
Okay.
I'll do a cult.
Okay.
Because
I'm
I
gonna.
didn't think we were doing lores. My bad.
That's okay.
Yeah. I
Go
have.
back, go back, by the way, when you have some time and read the what to know about what you know post there,
Alright.
because that covers it. But,
I'm spending a point of gnosis for
okay.
something, activating my Newman. So,
Dane's got two.
Eg's got to, thinking of what he might need.
well, no, scratch that. I'm not doing that. I'm looking at my sheet to make sure I'm doing that right. No, yes, I am doing that. There's two characters that has this, so that is. Okay.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Everything got 8.
Gotcha. So yeah, you're having trouble trying to
Well,
figure
Ag
what.
and Danny got 2 each.
Yes, Ag and Danny each got 2 points, so or 2 successes. So Chimera is all about mysteries and riddles and such. If you can give Chimera the answer to a riddle, or figure out a riddle that or something like that, that's a good thing. Also, giving Chimera a riddle that he has not heard is a good thing. You can always do quick and dirty sacrificing. What you call it?
Two things.
Sacrificing. Yeah.
Your roboting,
Uh,
and what do we roll again? I have to re-roll.
Intelligence plus occult. Hang on while I reload. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, that's only going to be 3 dice for Bree. I don't think I got any successes anyway.
Better?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Good.
yep. Also, Dante, it's 407.
What's up?
It's 407 here.
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
you said you had someplace to be by 4:30.
Yeah, well, we
Well,
have
we
to.
have to be off by 4:30. But thank
Exactly.
you.
I was just about to say we're going to have to wrap pretty soon.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I think this might be like a longer thing.
yeah, it seems like going too much further forward is going to be kind of long. So
Yeah.
Do
want to hold off. What's that?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm cool with kind of just holding things here, and then we pick up with the summoning of Chimera.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
that works for me. I got no successes, by the way, Dante.
Okay, that's all right. So basically, what we can do is we will pick up next week, and with the summoning of Chimera and such. Excuse me. Same bat time, same bat channel, all that good stuff. We'll do experience after we end the broadcast. So thank you everybody for playing, and have a great day.
Cool.
Pull the plug, Johnny.
I'm trying.